They're like a smaller dog run. I'm gonna set them up right in this area, like right here on the grass. The reason I want to do this is because it's going to be super hot today, way hotter than yesterday. And I'm going to take all of the younger chicks out of their small little coops, and I'm going to let them out here during the day so I can clean their coops out. I cannot clean the coops when they're inside of them. They constantly try to get out and stuff, and the bigger girls try to get inside, so it'll just be a lot easier if I just take them out of the equation. Okay, we're gonna do a quick garden update. So the sunflowers are getting really super tall. I picked up some more plants the other day, so I just kind of got them in the dead spots in here. Keep them away from the chickens. Geraniums are still popping some red color here and there. Tomatoes are doing way better. All that white stuff you see is DE. I had some ants, so I put some DE in my beds. I gotta weed this today. Beans are doing good. Peppers are doing really good. Flowering like crazy. I don't really see any peppers yet. Not on here. This is a bell pepper. That's another bell pepper there. This one's a little smaller. Remember, this one was the one that was not doing, or it was doing great. That one wasn't. Now this one's way taller than this one. I got some of my favorite coleus. Trying to get it bigger. Want it to go to seed, so I'm going to save some seeds. My ornamental pepper is doing good. You can see the little peppers kind of everywhere. There's one there. There's one back there. Brussels sprouts are doing beautifully. Super big. Really, really good. This is a hosta that I actually liked. I usually hate hostas. I think they're ugly. But I found this one, and I fell in love with it. So I got 2 of these. My rose that I had died, so I replaced it with one of those. I've got some tomatoes starting here. I gotta get this thing back up because it's fallen. This cucumber is going crazy. Thank goodness. I was getting worried about him. This one's doing pretty good. And then I found this. Look how pretty that is. This tomato's doing good. This is the one that got cut, remember? This whole stalk was gone, and it's gotten so big. My dog Luna's yelling at me. This tomato plant's doing good. This one's doing really well. I don't know, that one back there is not doing too hot. It's got a lot of curled leaves on it. The one next to it's fine, but I don't know. We'll see. Strawberries are doing wonderful. This cucumber's doing okay. I figured out it was a cutworm that cut it. So I kind of pushed it back into the soil a little bit, and it's coming back. This one's doing good. This hot banana pepper is doing really well. This habanero is doing good, but I do see them starting, but they're super small. The jalapeno's doing great. There's 2 on there. I try to take off these bottom leaves. See why? I use neem oil, but sometimes you can't save all the leaves. These strawberries are still doing good. I've got an extra cucumber here. I'm actually going to, I'll show you that in a minute. There's a lot of tomatoes on this bad boy. My geraniums. And then this tomato's doing good. I kind of cut on this a little bit the other day, so I'm curious to see what this is going to do soon. And then the sunflowers, still doing good. And then this is an added new bed. Still got to paint it. But we've got pumpkins, watermelon, cucumbers. There were 3, but this one didn't make it. I think the main root got messed up, so that little cucumber that's over there in that pot is going to replace this one today. And then I've got some spinach, some squash right here. There was a lot of ants in here, tons of them, because this is where that mound of dirt was laying. So they just decided to make a home in it, and that's what all the DE is for, to kill them. Like I said, pumpkins in the corners, and then I've got spinach here. And then I forgot what we put over here. Kale. There's kale here too. I just wanted to see what it would do. Technically, I mean, it's not super late to plant them, but I mean, spinach grows pretty quick. But I just wanted to see if I could get anything to grow. The cucumbers for sure. And then we just filled this 3-tier pot with a bunch of different little plants that I got yesterday. Some different kinds of coleus. Those petunias that I showed you, the black ones. So, we'll see how it does. And then I finally got my clematis. So this is just going to pretty much continue to trellis up. That's what I want it to do. Hopefully it goes all the way up. But the reason why I did that was because this thing is so ugly. And it's not going to obviously go anywhere because we need it. So I figured, hey, I'll just plant something viney on it and try to help cover it up a little bit. Who knows? And then my rose cuttings. I don't think my rose cuttings are making it. So I think I'm going to have to pull them and go find some more and cut them and start again. This was an experiment. I've never done this before. This rose here, this is a different type than the other ones. This one's not doing too bad. I mean, it could die, it could make, I don't know. This was just an experiment for myself to see if I could do it. They do say that propagation, propagating stuff like this, you've got a very low chance of something actually taking. So, like I said, it was just an experiment. And then this is my actual vine. It's already like tripled in size since I bought it and potted it up. So we'll see. That's a weed. You get out of there. That's not your home. So yeah, we'll see. So here we got some more beautiful flowers. I forgot what this was called, but I just fell in love with this plant. This is beautiful. How it hangs. And then I've got some hollyhocks here. There's 3 of them. Some red coleus in the middle. These are lilies. Not too close. The goats can't get to them. You can't have them. I know they would devour them like crazy. And then I'm filling up waters right now. It's going to be another hot one. Right, Luna? I got my grape put in with a trellis and my blackberry. The blackberry was really for my son because he loves eating them right off of the plant. I've never actually eaten them off of one, so I don't know if I like them or not. I know these are just supposed to get pretty bushy, but I know this one's gonna go crazy. So I figure the bottom vines can come out, go up, and then the top ones will just kind of zigzag all through here. I do plan on getting another blackberry and putting it in here in the middle, but we'll probably have to change the trellis at that point. But this is good for now. And then this is the northwest corner of our property. I just refer to it as behind the house, side of the house. This is where we have couple evergreens, babies. We did have one here, but it got destroyed by the mower. So this weekend, we added a catalpa tree. So this is a catalpa tree, and I had to use a tomato cage because I was so afraid to put a T-post in there and mess my roots up. So we've got 2 of those. Okay, so dry hatching for incubating chickens or any type of fowl, it just means that you don't start off with water in the incubator. You don't do it for chickens. They hatch at a 21-day rate. So at day 18, you're supposed to pull out the mechanism that rolls the eggs and turns them. And then at that point, you start adding water.
And then your humidity is, most people say between 65 and 75, but I have seen some people say between 70 and 80. So I guess it just kind of depends on you, what works for you. Um, but as far as me, I just add a little bit. So I'd say my humidity is about 65, 70%. So that's what I mean about dry hatching. Now, regular hatching just means that right off the bat, you're adding water, and you're keeping that humidity level at a certain level, and you don't want it to drop, which is deformed chickens. Some just don't even make it. They dry out before they can hatch. There's a lot of different things. A lot of research before I did it for the first time. So, but I mean, I'm successful more with the dry hatching. And I think it's because my incubators are just cheap and, they're not like the top of the line kind of stuff. I mean, there's an incubator I want. It's like $2,000. Never going to happen. But, it just depends on your incubator too, whether it can hold what your settings are, what you put your settings at and stuff like that. So that's all it means. It's just you don't start off with water, you wait toward the end of the hatching cycle.
Okay, so this is how this incubator works. This is the base. This is the rack. This is the tray. This goes this way, which moves the eggs. Now these are the dividers. So this is how you can change up your egg sizes, is what I'm assuming. If I can get them straight. Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, we'll do these. I'll fill these first. Now this incubator I think it only holds 10. So see, that egg is too big. That egg is too big. Too big. Too big. This one's fine. So we know we gotta go a little bit more. You could always stick your egg in there and then go by your sizing. Because some of my chickens lay really big eggs, like oversized double yolk eggs quite often. So this is what I do to check to see if I have a roll. This one's a little crazy. So I'm going to go one more in. Alright, this has got a good roll on it. I think this holds 12 or 15. Sorry, it's been a while since I've only used this incubator twice. The other one I've used about 4 times.
Okay, so now the idea behind this incubator is you have to line up the top. So I'm doing dry hatching, so I don't have to worry about putting any water in right now until the 18th day. Chickens normally take around 21 days, so 18 days is before I start adding water. So this is the thing that rotates this little tray here. So you have to line it up like perfectly. Okay, so now it's in, it's ready for tape. And like I said, the reason I use tape is because I help keep the seal sealed, because this is how I can keep my temperature more steady. You can use pretty much, I've used masking tape and this kind of tape, but I don't use duct tape. This thing gets really, really hot, really warm, and the duct tape has a tendency to melt and it will not come off. Got a very long cord on it. There we go. I don't know if you can see. It's moving the eggs, getting them ready. It goes into the middle position first. And that's how it starts to time everything. So right now I'm just going to finish taping this, and then after a few minutes we'll see where the temperature is. It should stay, I like for it to stay around 37 degrees Celsius, which is close to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Now after this is sealed on the 18th day, on both incubators, I take off the tape, and then once I remove all of the tape, I take the trays out that causes the eggs to be turned, because it cannot be in there when the chicks start to hatch, because it can actually injure the chicks. I don't want my chickens hurt, so I take them out. And then they are free to hatch at will as soon as they're ready to come show their face. Pretty cool process. Make sure I got everything. Oh, I missed a spot. Okay, it's all set. I've connected my turntable, which is the yellow part inside. I have filled all my eggs in. I leave that one right underneath the motor empty, because I don't want to risk it breaking an egg, so I just ignore that one. I don't even use it. And then the one in front of it, I always put a smaller egg, so this egg is super small. And then in the corner here, for some reason this yellow part rubs on the egg, so I always put a smaller egg in this corner too. Every other corner is fine. It just so happens it's just this corner. I don't know why, but it's really weird. So I filled that all in, and now what I'm doing is I'm putting clear tape all around the seal to make sure I keep as much heat in as possible. These are my days.
This here is a reset button. If you watch, it turns my eggs. So that goes off every 2 hours and then it counts down. Here is the degrees. It's in Celsius only. This is actually the humidity part of this incubator, but I disconnected it completely because my humidifier sensor, you could see it's toast. It burned out really quickly the very first time I hatched, so it was just a cheap piece of crap. I had another humidifier monitor that I put inside. The only problem is A, it takes up space, so you can't put eggs. And then 2, because there's humidity in there, those things aren't meant to like be really wet all the time. It shorted out really fast, so I tossed it. So I just completely unplugged the humidity because it drove me insane. Okay, so an update on the eggs. I mean, I can't really show you much. It takes 21 days for these babies to start hatching out, but we've got, this one's got, this one has 41 eggs in it. It would be 42, but I don't use the one right underneath the motor. So there are 10 in here, 12 in here. So 53 eggs total between these two incubators. And then we've got this new one here. This one has 7 guinea eggs. 7 guinea eggs and 2 lavender eggs for chickens. So this is a new incubator for me, so I'm not used to using this, so I'm just trying to figure this out. I know this was an actual hole. This thing moves, so I put tape over it and a little piece of tape over this because the temperature, I couldn't get the temperature up. Now I got the temperature up. It's got one hole for the carbon dioxide somewhere. Oh, right here, there's 2 little tiny ones. But those are okay because it's holding temperature, so it's doing good. It's quiet. It's not bad. I got these blue barrels from a friend, which is what I have those plants in over there that I showed you with the lilies in them. Not sure what I'm going to use them for yet. I mean, I can use them for a lot of different things. Planters, waterers, brooders. But I also got this from the same friend. So this is going to be my brooder. It's got a little bit of rust in the bottom. A little bit of holes, as you can see. But I don't really need to worry about that. There's going to be no liquid in it, so just going to line it with maybe a piece of wood, cardboard, something. And that's what all of my shavings are going to go on. And then my little babies are going to be in there, so thinking about painting it. I don't know. I mean, it's not really a huge deal. I didn't get it to make it pretty, but I don't know. I mean, everything here's doing really good. Marigolds are still popping. My hydrangea is in its home. Tomatoes doing great. Still no tomato hornworms on it, thank God. I do need to move it though. I need to put some kind of trellis on it. It's really bending over, and my elderberry came back. I thought it was dead, but I got it to come back. So that's got to get potted today. These Asylum that's in the top, that's got to get pulled because those are done. These little pretty little pansies, I think is what they were. They're doing great still. My tomato bell pepper is growing, but it's probably root bound, so I'm gonna have to up pot that bad boy. These have got to be pulled out, these lettuces. I found out that they are way too close together, so that's probably why they're not growing. So I'm gonna be pulling these out today, and still pulling oregano and parsley off of the plants, so doing good. The dogs here love those, right? Say, we love those, Mom. So strawberries are popping. I pulled 2 off of these the other day and ate them. My coleus right now is gone to seed, so I'm waiting for the flowers to die back, and I'm going to cut these. Got a surprise. We got a new baby on the farm. Everybody meet Zeus. The girls are like, who is that? Is that a dog? Everybody's going crazy. So they're just getting to know each other through the fence. The goats I don't mind. It's the dog I don't trust right now. Isn't he adorable? He's so cute. Good Lord, guys, jeez. Okay. You gotta get down, because he's skittish right now. Can we just put him in the house? No, I'm not putting him in the house. Well, those girls are not going to like it. Derek would be highly upset. Lucky. Really? Do we need all that? Hey, come on. Hey, come on, guys. Come on, guys. Hey, hey, hey. Enough. Why are you hollering? What you hollering for? Hey, Judy. What's up, Judes? Laying on eggs. Where's Adrian? I thought Adrian was broody. Okay, so we got the little boy here in this. We had to put him in this dog kennel. Miss Luna here is doing her job a little too well. She thinks he is an intruder. What are y'all fighting for? What are you two fighting for? So anyway, she's doing her job excellent because she was seeing him as an intruder and barking and, you know, doing what LGDs do, protecting their flock. Hey, hey, hey! Hey, get your butt off that. I thought we outgrew that already. Missy jumping up on the coop again. And one of my female goats, Alaska, as you know, she's an obnoxious brat. She was, yeah, she was pretty aggressive with him, and I didn't like it. So, you have to sit down, Ashley, because you have to let him come to you.
Oh, don't sit in any goat puppies. Hi, boy. Hi.
So, anyway, like I was saying, we're just going to keep him in here. He's, you know, by everyone. Everyone can see him and smell him, and just to get him acclimated. We got to do some training with Luna. I got to start tomorrow, so. I mean, she's doing pretty good now with him being in there, so. We just have to show her that he's part of the family now. So Luna has to see us pet him and play with him and feed him, and she'll understand that he's part of the family. So, right, girl? Yeah. She's just doing her job.
Zeus.
What's up, Bruce Willis? Bruce Willis. What you doing, buddy? What's up, Brucey? It's okay, buddy. He's like, no, I don't want none. I don't want nothing to do with you, girl. Leave me alone. I'm in a strange place with these strange animals. No fighting, you two. Jackson and Styles, no fighting. You hear me, Styles? No fighting. What's up, Bruce Willis? Hey, Brucey. Looking good, Bruce. Hey, Chuck Norris. Why you running from me? Chuck Norris, where's your booty feathers? Chuck Norris, have you been fighting again? Oh. Miss Adrian is broody. Look how fat you look, girl.
Are you body shaming or chicken?
I am body shaming the chicken because she looks fat right now. She is so broody, she can't contain it.
Look at him. He is standing in his...
That's okay. Sometimes they pee in it. Pipsqueak. Madonna. What's up, Rusty? Hey, pretty boy. Aphrodite. Aphrodite and Madonna's hanging out by the water. Man, you guys went through a whole lot of water today, man.